The Ark of the Covenant is remembered as a sacred chest holding the Ten Commandments, but the ancient texts describe a volatile, lethal piece of machinery. The biblical blueprints were highly technical. They demanded dense acacia wood sandwiched between layers of conductive gold. In modern engineering, placing an insulator between two conductors is the exact recipe for a capacitor, a device built to store and discharge massive amounts of electricity. Historical accounts detail a device of immense physical force. It was deployed to level the stone walls of Jericho, and priests who touched the chest without grounding themselves were killed on the spot, showing symptoms of a fatal electric shock. When the Philistines captured the chest, they immediately suffered from outbreaks of severe burns, tumors, and mass illness. Today, these physical symptoms would be diagnosed as acute radiation poisoning, a heavy, gold-plated box that emits lethal energy and requires specialized gear to handle. To the ancient world, this was a portable doomsday device. Its unstable nature required it to be heavily guarded behind thick stone walls, and eventually it necessitated its complete disappearance. By the 10th century BC, King Solomon built the first temple in Jerusalem to secure the Ark. It was placed inside the Holy of Holies, a restricted, windowless inner sanctum at the very center of the complex. But in 587 BC, the Babylonian army breached the city walls. They slaughtered the defenders, looted the city's treasures, and burned the temple. The Babylonians were meticulously detailed record keepers. They carved itemized inventory lists of every cup and bowl they looted from Jerusalem. Yet the Ark of the Covenant is absent from their manifests. Centuries later, when the Roman Empire sacked the city in 70 AD, they paraded their stolen relics through Rome. They displayed the massive gold menorah, but not the Ark. By the time the Romans arrived, the chest had been missing for 600 years. A 500-pound box radiating lethal energy does not simply evaporate. Since the invading armies didn't record taking it, the evidence suggests a clandestine effort to smuggle it out of the city before the walls fell. Smuggling an object that large out of a surrounded city was possible through a hidden ancient tunnel running beneath the Temple Mount. Archaeologists confirmed the existence of this clandestine escape route in 2007. If fleeing priests followed this path into the desert, they would ultimately arrive at the settlement of Qumran. This is the site where the Dead Sea Scrolls were found hidden in the caves. At Qumran, researchers found a document made of hammered metal. Known as the Copper Scroll, it contains technical instructions, not religious scripture. It functions as a guide to the desert floor, listing 64 hidden caches tied to specific geographic waypoints. Investigator Jim Barfield used these waypoints to locate a sealed cave nearby. When he ran subsurface metal detectors over the site, the equipment registered a massive, unnatural amount of metal buried behind the rock. While the geography is compelling, strict government prohibitions on excavating Qumran mean the evidence remains buried. This forced investigators to look toward another high-profile historical claim. 2,000 miles south, an ancient Ethiopian text claims the Ark was secretly moved centuries before the Babylonian invasion, swapped with a replica, and taken south. Today, the Church of Our Lady Mary of Zion in Aksum claims to protect the original Ark within a heavily fortified compound. The artifact is protected by a single guardian priest who is confined to the chapel for life. Once he takes the post, he is forbidden from leaving the grounds. Outsiders may never enter. There is a medical pattern among these guardians. They have notoriously short lifespans, consistently develop severe cataracts, often going completely blind within a few years of taking the post. Rapid onset cataracts and dramatically shortened lifespans are classic markers of prolonged exposure to high levels of radiation. Whether the object in Aksum is the genuine relic or a highly engineered replica, the physical toll on its guardians matches the lethal power described in the ancient biblical accounts. We have localized metal anomalies mapped in the caves of Qumran and blind, irradiated priests in Ethiopia, but we still lack definitive visual proof. Acquiring that proof is a geopolitical impossibility. Launching a dig under the Temple Mount or raiding a sacred Ethiopian church would violate international law and cross massive cultural red lines. Recovering the Ark carries massive religious and political consequences. Validating one specific claim to the region risks instantly reigniting historical holy wars. Whether the Ark is a divine relic, a nuclear battery, or simply lost wood, it may be serving its greatest purpose by staying lost. In its absence, it helps preserve the fragile geopolitical peace of the modern world.